Okay, today we're going to go over sharpening the H&T Gordon radius plane. And I'm going to show you some techniques I use to sharpen cambered blades like this, and hopefully demonstrate for you that it's not that difficult to do and that it's pretty similar to sharpening square 90-degree angle blades. So first, just like any other plane blade, you're going to go ahead and use a water stone or an oil stone to lap the back of the blade, and you just are going to focus on this front section right here. There's no reason to mess around with anything back here, so just make sure that this front section gets hit with that stone and gets nice and flat or remains nice and flat. And after that, we're going to go ahead and, if we're using a low-speed grinder right here, you're going to set up your tool rest. And that there's two ways that I use to do that. The first way, which is the quick and easy way, is to just throw your blade up there, bring your blade up to the wheel and sight across the blade to ensure that there's no light passing between the toe, heel, and surface of the wheel. And that way you'll know that the contact point is correct and you have your tool rest set up correctly. The other way to do it is to blacken between the toe and the heel, or in this case blue, with a Sharpie. And you're going to place that on your tool rest, bring that up to the wheel, and just roll the wheel by hand and check to see where there's ink missing. And if you'll see here, I'm missing ink evenly between the toe and the heel of the blade, so I have this tool rest set up at the correct angle. And after that, we're going to start sharpening. And in order to sharpen blades like this, instead of just placing it on the tool rest and moving it directly towards the wheel, you're going to have to sharpen in an arcing motion. But that's not very difficult. What you're going to do is you're going to use your right thumb here, and I pinch between the tool rest under here and the actual back of the blade, and I create a pivot point with this thumb. And this is not a do or die situation. I can change this pivot point around as I see fit, whatever becomes necessary as I'm sharpening. The pusher, what's going to create that arcing motion, is my left thumb here. So I'm pressing down with my right and pushing across in this sort of motion with my left thumb, and that's going to create that arcing motion consistently across the surface of the wheel. I'll go ahead and demonstrate it real quick. So I'm going to move towards the wheel to where I first hear it make contact here, and then I'm going to apply pretty even pressure with my right thumb, and I'm going to start pushing with my left to move across the surface of the wheel. And if you come off, it's not a big deal, just go back and reset. These low-speed grinders are real forgiving. And if you'll see here, where I'm missing ink is evenly across the surface of the blade between the toe and the heel. So my arc is consistent. I don't have any weird facets in there or anything. And you just repeat that process. I never come back across in the opposite direction. I just pull the blade back, reset, and move from left to right. That's the way I'm most comfortable. Some guys may be able to do that back and forth stuff. It'll go twice as fast, but I just tend to stick with one direction, and it'll get this blade real sharp. I'll just move from the stone over to the strop, and after that, the blade will be sharp enough to shave the hair off your arm, which is definitely sharp enough to cut wood, and that H&T Gordon plane will be as good as the first day that you got it. I hope that helps everyone.